everyone. As you know, last month we celebrated the 100th anniversary of our republic. Our country is now 100 years old, a young and vibrant tree. We will continue to work, especially on financial independence, to be worthy of them. Our current topic is debts and debt reduction strategies. As you know, the biggest dependency for both the country and individuals is their debts. If one can gain sufficient control over their debts, they will have addressed the most fundamental requirement for financial independence. And thus, no one can interfere in the lives of independent countries and independent people. I can suggest two methods for debt repayment. In general, I prefer the second method, but there are definitely types of clients for whom the first method is also suitable. In the first method, I provide my clients with a table. In this table, I ask them to list all their debts. It lists the type of this debt, its amount, and the interest rate. In the first method, we sit together and look at the debt with the lowest balance, and we are developing a plan within our spending plans to pay off this low balance debt. So we are trying to pay off as much of the low balance debt as possible. We then adjust the remaining amount to pay the minimums on the other debts. This is a beautiful method. It is a beautiful method in that it allows the person to feel a sense of victory and happiness at the end of each debt they pay off. This keeps them motivated to pay off their debts. Generally, individuals who are driven by success stories and rewards find that this really works when they are motivated in this regard. It provides significant benefits in increasing their financial confidence for the future. But what I actually want is not this, especially as someone obsessed with early retirement and financial independence. I am against getting into debt for more money. Here's what we do. We take the same table again. This time, instead of balances, we sort by interest rates. Our main motivation here is to quickly get rid of our high interest debts and, in their place, make higher savings and investments. This is actually not very difficult to understand. It is essentially a number game that you already know. Here, you are saving, and you are calculating the return you expect from that savings. You can also write the returns proportionally. At the same time, you are writing down your debts and their interest rates and comparing them. Wealth emerges when you can generate cash flow from your investments to finance these debts. Therefore, we do the following. If our debt ratio, borrowing rate, and interest rate are very high, and the return we desire and expect is below that, we aim to get rid of that debt. This is actually not as complicated or complex as you might think. It's a number game that you know. What we do is compare the rates. There is a rate we expect from our investments in one place, which is a return rate. There is an interest rate that we will pay on the debts we take on. We compare these and prioritize accordingly. Are your debts increasing faster here, or is your investment growing faster? If you can compensate your debt with the returns from your investments in the system you have created, then a magnificent wealth emerges. From now on, your mindset during the process of becoming wealthy will be like that of the rich. You will develop strategies to have your debts paid by third parties. Therefore, the first thing we do is to eliminate our debts that are actually higher than the return rate, and then finance the debts that are below the return rate, with the returns we will generate from investments. There is also a point where I criticize the experts. I am not saying this for all of them, but most of them advise to focus primarily on your debts, learn to save, and then invest. I think this is a terrible idea. I believe investment comes before debt. As you know, we were in debt yesterday, and we are in debt today as well. But investment is not like that. We need time for investment. Therefore, when considering debts, I believe you should also make your investment a mandatory debt to yourself. Write it down in your debt section and pay that investment before your other debts. Because only in this way will those investments return to you as greater gains over time, and when the day comes that those debts are completely gone, those investments will lead you to a wealthy life. In our later studies, we will see that the only thing that truly enriches people and the wealthy is debt. When it comes to debts, especially in inflationary environments where money is printed excessively, if you find money at low interest rates and turn that money into investments, you can be sure that in the long run, you will earn a significant amount of money. With the money you earn, you can pay off the debts you previously acquired with very small amounts. I emphasize the importance of debt very seriously in my training sessions because debt is not just a bad thing, as you might think. The foundation of the rich being rich actually lies in their ability to borrow. We can discuss this in detail in a separate section, but I can just say this to you. You need to look at the nature of your debt. Is it good debt or bad debt? If you are taking on a low-interest debt in an inflationary environment and investing that debt, and if you can finance part of the debt with the returns from that investment, then it is a wonderful debt that can make you wealthy. But if the debt you have is credit card debt that accrues daily interest, along with additional fees and costs, and if it is strong enough to take you out of your financial control, you need to stay away from this debt. This is the type of debt that makes you poorer. We can discuss this in detail on another day. That's all I have to say now. As I mentioned, take control of your debts, understand your debts, and do not hold on to them. Money problems are visible issues. When you overcome them, the only thing you will gain is your own wealth.